But when you look at the danger that it portends for the entire country,
yes.
and when you look at the current state of insecurity
yes.
you're currently pervading the Southeast,
sure.
some people will say that statement was not out of place. Well,
you see, I've given you, as a leader, what I would do or how I would say what he said. The security situation in the Southeast, I have condemned killings in the Southeast. Any violence that is, that is unnecessary, senseless, unlawful, I condemn it. It doesn't matter whether it is violence against policemen or security agents. It doesn't matter whether it is violence by state officials or state security officials. There have been reports of unofficial executions happening in the region as well. It doesn't matter whether it's the assassination of Ahmed Gulak, which was a terrible thing and very condemnable thing. So I think, we have to make every effort to restore peace in that region and other parts of Nigeria. Now, the point is this. There are many places in Nigeria that are theaters of low-level war at this point, especially the Northeast. We know what's happening in the Northeast. And so what happens is that when you respond to the rising violence in the Southeast in a manner that shows a lot of muscularity, but we know that the government has not been able to contain the full-blown terrorism and war against the country in the Northeast, people begin to draw inferences of a double standard. And this, I think, is what the government must avoid. Now, the whole question of the secessionist movement there is the government is running the risk of making that movement mainstream by its response. I think that the government should be able to invite, whether it's the IPOB or Sunday Igboho, all the secessionists, invite them to the table. They are essentially political agitators. You can call them terrorists. That's your own prerogative, but we know what terrorism means in reality. The people the Boko Haram are terrorists. We know that. So when people begin political agitation and you very easily throw terrorism at them, just because they are mouthing off and speaking in language that nobody likes, or insulting, their fellow citizens, that's there are ways to handle those types of things. So you bring them to the table and say, what's the grouse? This country needs to be stable. This country needs to be peaceful. Can we address the agitation? Don't be afraid to address the core reason behind the agitation. That's because they are crying out for justice. They feel marginalized. What's wrong with addressing that issue? So I believe Nigeria should be one country and can function